There it is, right there. Little Van Halen's Dreams. What dreams are made of? Hi, I'm Dean Packard, the proud principal of Bay Path Regional Vocational Technical High School here in Charlton, Massachusetts, sitting up on top of the hill in the middle of the heat index happening right now. But it's all good because we have an opportunity to bring to you live and directly a conversation and a press release from our head football coach, Cody Giampa, who's with us today. Cody, thanks so much for joining us. I'm really excited about what you've created so far this year, and I'm really excited to be the principal who's behind this because the stuff you've done is absolutely amazing. And if you could a little bit, just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, if you would, and then we're going to get into a little bit about this game coming up tomorrow.
Hi, thanks for having me on. Again, I'm Coach Giampa, the head coach here at Bay Path, and I'm super excited. Our kids have been working really hard. This will be my third and a half season as the head coach. I started during that COVID season, that 4-game thing that we did back then in the spring. So I'm really excited. I'm pumped to get going and ready to go.
Cody, thanks so much for being our first volunteer on these press conferences. I think this is great. Our learning community at Bay Path deserves to hear what's going on and who the people are behind the scenes. And I've been thoroughly impressed with what you've been able to accomplish throughout the summer. Why don't you talk a little bit about that with your football program, how you got your kids ready to where they are today to start ready to compete for this season?
Yeah, we start in December. So we give the kids after the last season, we gave them about a week and a half off, 2 weeks off. And then, we're really lucky up here. We have a core group of guys who are really excited, really enthusiastic, and got ready to go right away. They were asking me as soon as the season was over, when can we get back in the weight room? We opened the weight room during the school year 3 times a week for them. And then we were up here all summer, twice a week in the mornings at 6 a.m. in the morning. We had over 50 guys here just about every morning showing up, working hard. And that's really a testament to the senior leadership and the captains. Those guys made sure that we were focused on what we had to do next. And, when you get guys like that, it makes it pretty easy to coach and it makes you excited to be up here.
Yeah, let's take that one step further if we could. Let's talk about the leadership that you have with your individual captains. More importantly, how that leadership played out as you have gone through a couple of scrimmages right now and where you feel as though you're at as a team, as that chemistry. As a past head coach, I know the importance of understanding that kids need to know their roles, what their responsibilities are, and those expectations being vitally clear. So talk a little bit about those leaders and a couple of scrimmages that you've had.
Yeah, so we have 4 captains. We usually do 4 captains. This year we have Mateo, Jake, Caden, and Logan as our 4 captains. And therefore, again, those are guys who are chosen by their peers. The coaches have very little to do with it. The kids vote. And they've been great. Most of them are multi-sport athletes. They do other things, but they've been invested in football this entire trip. And we lean on our captains pretty heavily, right? And leadership isn't an easy thing to do. Especially at the high school age. So, we lean on those guys pretty heavily to get messages out to people, to, make sure that we're doing the right things, cleaning up the locker room, making sure the practice fields are clean, all those little things that add up to big things that, ultimately lead to success. So they've been fantastic. Those 4 guys have worked really hard. They've taken ownership of the team, and I've stressed to them, and every group of captains that we stress to them, it's their team. They're the guys who are going to be out there playing. Those are the guys that are going to be with them on the field. Our job as coaches is to kind of facilitate an environment where they can lead and then kind of get out of their way. So having guys like that has been awesome because you don't have to keep jumping in and reestablishing, hey, we should be doing this or that. Those guys have kind of really, again, from the weight rooms to the summer, whether it was the different camps we went to, the scrimmages, like you said, those guys have them ready to go. Having the proper amount of mental focus and physical aggressiveness to be successful. So they've been fantastic, those 4. I'm excited to continue to work with them and watch them grow as leaders.
And I love that you have leadership at the cornerstone of what you do because we're actually molding young men. Any way you look at it, that is what the purpose of what the job of an educator is. And any sports-related system captures all the important things about leadership and taking that self-pride and helping them grow as individuals, not only from a team aspect. So I absolutely love that. Hey, Coach, let's switch gears for a second. Friday night, 7 p.m., Southbridge High School, here up on the hill. How excited are you about that, man? Because I know what goes into a practice session. I know all the time that you need to do to get ready for this. Where are you at? Where are those juices at right now within you as a coach? And how ready are the kids?
I think the kids are ready. We had a great camp. Kids have worked really hard. They've been focused. They've been into what we're doing. And I mean, as a coach, you can't. I mean, this is why you do it, right? You're excited about the competition aspect. That's why we play sports. Is that element of competition, testing yourself against somebody else, and seeing if you can put all the hard work you've done and kind of laying it out there and seeing what happens. So, I mean, as a coach, this is actually kind of the hardest part as a coach because the closer you get to a Friday night, the more and more it's out of my hands. It's out of the coach's hands. On practice, you can kind of script everything. You can put the kids in different positions. You can put them through adversity. You can make them successful if you want. And then, Friday nights, it's really, as far as what as I'm concerned, it's kind of out of my hands at that point. Now it's up to the kids to take what we've taught them and to execute as best they can, to work together, to problem solve on the field, to work hard, again, together, to follow their own leadership. And again, that goes back to what we just said about leadership. Those guys, their leaders are out there in the huddle. I'm 25 yards away on the sideline. And so, again, as a coach, this is the worst part of the week because it's out. I'm pretty much done all I can do at this point. Now it's up to them to trust in their training, to trust in the preparation, to trust in the philosophy and the program and our values, and to kind of to execute those against other teams and see how we do.
Well, not only an English teacher, but also a head coach, man. You take all those lessons that you deal with kids and bring them to real life, whether you're on the field or in the classroom. And I'll tell you, that's the mark of a great educator. Hey, so the final question I have for you right here, and I'm looking forward to being somewhere in the middle of the crowd, cheering for you guys, donning the purple and gold here and having some fun. But final message you want to get out to the community out there to get behind and support these kids and support the program. And not only your program, Cody, the sports programs here at Bay Path, they're taking off. We're doing a lot of things right now to make sure that we're putting kids in a position to really be able to experience some high level stuff. So let's talk about Friday night, and let's just talk about what's behind that. What kind of message can you get out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I think again, the kids have been working hard. I think we're going to hopefully put a product out there that people are excited about, that people take pride in. We're very conscious of not just our own team, but the teams that have come before us, the tradition that Bay Path has, what it means to wear a gold helmet with a BP on the side of it. And that's something that our kids take seriously. It's something that our coaches take seriously. It's something that we take a lot of pride in. So we're excited to see the community. We need as many people out there as possible. We want this to be as unpleasant a place to play for other teams as possible. And we love seeing, alumni come back, former players, everybody who's touched this program in one way or the other. They're still a part of this program, and it's important that they still take pride in it, that they can watch on the field and see, the legacy that they left. And we're excited to see everybody. The support's been phenomenal. Our parent group is fantastic. They work hard to make sure our kids have everything they need. Every time we fundraise, the community has given back in spades, so that's been awesome. And then, like you said, I mean, this is a great place to be. This school, this athletic department, this is a place that, in my opinion, this is where you want to be. This is where everybody should aspire to play to, should aspire to be. And every program we have here is a competitive program. They're good programs. They're well coached. And, we want to, again, we have a lot of towns that we serve, and we want to make those towns proud to be a part of our community. So hopefully we see as many people out there as we can. Hopefully we have a lot of purple and gold out there. And again, we want to make it as unpleasant a place to play for other people as possible.
Spoken like a Bill Belichick right there. Coach Giampa, how about a quick shout out to your coaching staff? Quickly recognize who they are and what their roles are within your program.
Yeah, so we have a really good coaching staff. We have a lot of experience. We have Cody Giampa, who's my father. He's a coach with us. Joe Measure is a longtime head coach who's kind of helped us with a lot of different things offensively and defensively. Brian Richards, who works as a guidance counselor in the school, is our defensive coordinator, and he gets those guys ready to go. We have Connor Harnois, who works in the school. He's been working with our offensive line and defensive line. Mike Savaggio is a coach with us. He works with our running backs. and our D line, and he does a phenomenal job. And we have our 2 freshman coaches. We have Dan Mungin, who's a gym teacher here, and we have Austin Mendes, who does the freshman offense. So great coaching staff. They're all phenomenal guys to work with. The knowledge is fantastic. It's awesome to work with a bunch of competitive guys who are constantly pushing not just the kids to get better, but each other to get better. So it's been fantastic. It's a great group of guys to work with.
Well, it sounds like a small law firm right there. You guys got a whole bunch of people behind helping kids. That's what winning is all about. That's what molding kids are all about. Hey, listen, the entire Bay Path community is behind you guys. We want you guys to be as successful as possible, but more importantly, take these boys to where they need to be to become real strong young men to get out in the real world and do what their job is. Coach Giampa, thank you so much for joining us. And you know what? It's been absolutely a pleasure to have you on for our first round right here, a press release for what's going on up here at the Hill. For everybody out there, Sunday night, that was a slip from my old thing that I do. Friday night, 7 p.m., Southbridge High School here at Bay Path. Be ready to go. Please join us and enjoy the opportunity to be part of the process. Coach Giampa, thank you so much for being here tonight. Good luck to you and the team and the boys, and we'll see you on the field on Friday night.
Thank you.